Hello community, welcome or welcome back to Clearly Connected Tarot. Today we are doing a singles reading. But we're doing a singles reading, I've done this before, I really enjoy it, where we're looking at your next relationship. We're looking at your future relationship, okay? So this is designed to give you something to look forward to if you are looking for a relationship. And so we have 3 groups as we normally do. Now we have groups 1, 2, and 3. They're marked 1, 2, and 3. I do have the angel numbers underneath each of the numbers. So the numbers that you see here are not part of, or they may be part of it, but I pull those cards off and then you have your cards underneath for your reading. Now, I do this reading a little bit differently than I do the others. So when you open up to your groups, you're going to see the cards laid out on the tarot. And then we move into the oracle, okay? So take a deep breath, feel which group is best for you, choose one. And if that one doesn't feel right, choose a different one. And remember, you are safe, you are loved, and if you choose, you may open your heart. And by the way, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. Okay, welcome to your singles reading. I'm so glad to be here with you. Okay, so this was your number 1. And then let's take a look at first what your angel numbers are. You have 5 and 9. So I did pre-shuffle for this reading because of the way that I do the reading. So let's take a look first what your angel number is. First of all, 5, 9 could have significance for some of you. It could mean May 9th. It could mean September 5th. Okay, but let's look at it from the angelic perspective. For those of you who don't know, when I do the angel numbers, I read from the angel numbers book. Okay, so here we go. The changes you are going through are bringing you closer to your divine life purpose. You can calm anxieties by spending time on activities related to your spiritual interests. Okay, so there may be something in this reading about you developing your spirituality a little bit more. Okay, so let's take a look at your reading, group number 1. We have the first row is going to be a description of your person. So this reading is about looking at that next relationship, right? So this describes them. What are they like? The second row, which you have a lot of cards that came out for you on the second row, is how do they see you? How will they see you, right? And then the last group is going to be a description of your relationship. What will your relationship be like? So this is meant to be a fun reading. It's not meant to be heavy. It's, looking into the future a little bit for you and hopefully giving you something to look forward to. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, I had my cards upside down. So a description of your person. This is, okay. All right. So this is a hardworking person. It feels like they have some type of, it feels more like job than career. And it is something that takes them, it feels like there's a lot of movement in their job. Like maybe they have to travel around a little bit in some way. Maybe they're a driver. That feels like for some of you, it does feel like some of you, it's like definitely like a truck driver kind of feel, or like a delivery kind of person. I'm feeling that for some of you. I do feel that others of you that their work requires them to get from place to place rather quickly. Okay, and I know, like, what in the world does that mean? I don't know what that means yet. Let's find out. Let's hang in here and find out. But there is a sense of movement that I feel with this person. Now, I do feel that this person has some a little bit of difficulty with anxieties and a little bit of depression that they go through. I do feel like it's bouts of it and not that they are in this state all of the time. So it's something that they have to struggle with at times, but they are looking to, they're working on this. They're aware of it. They're not blind to it, which is a very good thing, because many of us, many people suffer from anxieties, and and as long as there's some kind of approach to them and working with them, then there's so many different ways to work with them. But if the person's blind to it, it's much more difficult. So this person is definitely working with their anxieties and trying to quell them, and quell them. They're trying to bird them. They're trying to quell these anxieties, and they are very much looking forward to bringing themselves into the next phase of their life where they are much more in control of things. And that's very important, because when you're in a relationship with someone, it's not your job to fix them, especially as our angel numbers have said, you're a spiritually minded person, especially if you're empathic, and most especially if you're a light worker. Sometimes light workers tend to cling on to people who are more who have narcissistic tendencies, right? There's a codependency that happens. So it's very good that you match up with somebody who's working on themselves, okay? But they're doing so in a very loving way, and in a way in which they know that if they don't look into the mirror at themselves, they're not going to be able to grow. So this person's into self-development, self-growth. You know, they might be reading that self-help book. They might mention that to you when you first meet, like they're reading maybe Eckhart Tolle, or, you know, any number of other different spiritual advisors that are out there that that you're reading as well, okay? I do see that this person loves to be outdoors. They love to be in nature. They love to they're very active people. They like to be out doing different kinds of things outside. So if you're that homebody, then you're gonna be a little bit of opposites, okay? I also see that this person comes from a good family, that they have good, strong family values, and when I say family values, they believe in that care and the love that you have for the people around you. So they have good people around them. They have a strong family, and this is a family that would open up its arms to you if that's the kind of relationship that, you know, you're looking for. This family is very welcoming, very kind. They feel very vibrant and happy. This feels like a happy family, and that's extraordinary. That feels wonderful. They feel a little bit gregarious, very, like when they meet you, mom's hugging you and smiling and saying, oh, you know, how cute you are, and that kind of thing, okay? So again, that may be a little bit, I'm feeling from you on your end, and that may be a little bit different than what you're used to. Maybe in your family, there are people a little bit less reserved, not as touchy-feely, not as physically affectionate, but this family is, okay? I'm also, let's see what else we're getting from this person. I'm getting that this person likes to do things that likes to protect you. They like to be your knight in shining armor. They want to look out for you. They want to make sure that, you know, you're safe. And so that can be, you know, very in a motherly way, it can be in a fatherly way. Obviously, we don't want our partner to be our mother or our father, but that's the kind of feeling it is, like this feeling of protecting, which is very nice. I'm also getting the feeling like this person has been overseas. I am feeling overseas in some way. So maybe they have, maybe they've come from another country and moved here. Maybe they have traveled, but I do have the sense that they've been outside of this country, okay? Which is giving them a broader sense of the world. They have a very good sense of the world. They have common sense, and they have a sense of what's happening in the world. They're looking at the issues around what's just in the world and politics in the world. They like to watch politically minded shows and to talk about these kinds of things with you, okay? So they're interested in improving the world. They're interested in doing things in the world in their own life that are a benefit to the world, and also just understanding what people do in the world to be a benefit. And so both of these things, and really everything surrounding it, is where this person's heart really lies. Now, I'm reading you as a spiritually minded person, and you may also have this side of you that's very politically aware, but this person is. So they watch the news a lot. They're reading the news, they're watching the news, they're listening to podcasts that are about what's happening in the world. The world is very interesting to this person. They have a life purpose that's a little bit different than yours, in that they are here to help bring a different level of understanding about how political, legal, social matters can come more into balance. And so that is, whether they're aware of that purpose or not, that's more of what their purpose is. Very interesting. I see that this person is stable financially. They even have possibly some money coming to them, or they already have a little bit of money aside from what they make from the day-to-day. So I see that paycheck to paycheck, but I also see some other money that is somehow, I don't know if they get money from their parents or maybe they have a side gig, but I do see additional money. I see a paycheck and then I see additional money for them. So this may be a person who works 2 jobs, or maybe an inheritance. It could be any number of things. I'm getting this person likes to dance. Now that's interesting. They like to dance. They're active. They like to move. They like to dance. They like music. But for them, it's more about dance. Physical movement somehow is, they enjoy that. And they enjoy doing that with you. They find it very sensual. They find it very sexy to dance with you. Okay, so if you are a little bit on the reserved side, a little bit shy, just go with it. Don't worry. They're not going to be judging you. They just want to have fun with you. Whew. Group number 1. This is quite a person you've got coming in for you. Yeah. So in other words, this person can be really active, and then sometimes they'll hit those kind of quiet moods, and you'll want to draw them out. So in a way, it's better to kind of let them do their thing, and then they come out of it and they come right back to you. Okay, they don't stay long. Years ago, there was this self-help author. He's probably still around today, but his books are everywhere and have been for many years. But John Gray, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And one of the things that John Gray said in his book was that men, you know, the traditional male energy, they like to go into their caves, and you kind of have to leave them alone. And then when they come out, they want to know that you still love them and care about them. This feels like your kind of person. All right, so let's keep going, and more may come out about your person as we go along. How do they see you? Okay, interesting. Now, one thing I saw when I was pulling this reading, I was like, there are a lot of cards here, but I do as I'm told. I do as I am guided. How do they see you? We have the King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, 2 of Wands. We have the 5 of Swords and the Devil, which is number 15. All right, you're going to change things for them dramatically. You're going to change. They see you as someone who they need to get their stuff together. Like, now, it's interesting because this is not, you know, this person felt stable here. But it feels like you are a person that when you're going to rock their boat a little bit. And so they want to be able to step up their game and give you more, and be able to be more communicative with you, and to get rid of some of the stuff in their life that's not serving them anymore, because they want to be able to focus on you more. This is all really good. They see you as someone worthy of their attention, and they don't want all the distractions of things that maybe, like, for example, these anxieties. This is coming, they're bringing me back to this. Like, they're like, I don't want to be the kind of person that locks myself up and is distant from this person. I want to be clear and present and focused for this person. So these are the kinds of changes they're going to be looking to make with you. They see that you are someone that as soon as you come in, they're like, okay, this is my person. This is my person. I'm really excited about being with this person. There's excitement. There's a little bit of thrill. That thrill of seeing someone or meeting someone where you feel like it just kind of overtakes you a little bit. That is this feeling. If you've had that feeling before, let me tell you something. It is quite a feeling. Again, this person wants to deal with some of their issues, some of their internal issues. They're showing me now that these anxieties are related to just how they deal with things in their life, like figuring out how to deal with stuff, you know, not get overwhelmed. And some it's like they're in this in between space. It doesn't overwhelm, these things don't overwhelm them entirely, and they don't, it's not like they're ignoring them, but they're in this place where there's just this constant battle for them, okay, when they're in that space. And this is all mental, this is all what's happening in their mind. There isn't a lot happening in their life that's giving them these anxieties, but that's what often happens with anxieties. They often come from our you know, from in the 3D, they come from our internal struggles, right? Okay, they want to be a part of your life. They may come on pretty strong like this for you, and that may or may not be something that's attractive to you, but they want to be in your life. They're very curious about you. They want to know everything about you. They're going to ask you a lot of questions. And you may feel a little bit like, where are you going with all of these questions? It's just because they're going to put their focus on you. They see you as, absolutely, they see you as, they're just so curious about you. And they're also really curious about their reaction to you. They find this really interesting. So they see you as someone who they want to be in your life. They want to be involved in your life. They want to know all about you. They want to get rid of some of the stuff in their own minds that they feel has been holding them back. They want to step up their game, okay? So they see you as that person worthy of really doing things in a much more positive way for themselves. They're not negative people. They're not negative minded. But again, as we started with, they get into these little spaces where they need to kind of get things going for themselves. Okay, what does your relationship look like? I'm really curious. What does your relationship look like? Woo! 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. We have Wand energy coming in here. King of Cups. Queen of Swords. So now we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So there's an element of you two coming together in this partnership that shows that it's a, you know, kind of like a meeting of the minds here. Okay, so you two are good together. There's definitely a sense of you two being what the other person has been looking for. This sense of coming together, and you're like, oh yeah, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. Or maybe you just have things in common. You might find that you are surprised. You may find that you may have met previously at some other point and didn't know that you were in that, or not met, but you were somehow in the same space together and didn't know each other. And I know you crossed paths and didn't know it, or maybe could have crossed paths because of you were both in the same space. That kind of feeling, like something is similar in your backgrounds where you go, oh, like maybe you graduated from the same high school, or, you know, different years, or maybe, you know, you lived in the same town at different times, or same city, or something like that. So there's something where the two of you, when you get together, you're like, whoa, you know, we kind of, that's really interesting. And it's going to make you feel a little bit like it's a fated relationship. Okay. Like the fate has stepped in for the two of you. It's a warm relationship. I do think that because this person sometimes is dealing with their anxieties, that it sometimes gets a little bit emotional. And you know, group number 1, you can tell me in the comments. I'm not reading you as being a very overtly emotional person. This person is, and so it feels just like a little bit much for you sometimes, like their emotional self. And this is not a problem. It's just how they come from an emotional family, an expressively emotional family, and then because they're on their own life path, that, you know, they have these anxieties. And so this is something that sometimes you're like, okay, I get, you know, this is not how you want to say this to your person. I understand that you're feeling, you know, really emotional, but let's let's look at this from different perspectives. Let's approach this in a more cognitive way, right? And so that's something that is, it's going to cause, you two are going to look for the balance for that. Okay, what's really important with that is that you don't see your way as being the right way and they don't see their way as being the right way, but you recognize each other's tendencies, and then you look for ways to support and strengthen each other. And this is very possible in this relationship. This Four of Wands is a great card if we're talking about relationships. But whenever this card comes up for me for relationships, to me it's talking about success. It's talking about woohoo, like this is good news for us. It feels happy. There's lots of potential for a happy home here with this Four of Wands, and a lot and many other things. Four of Wands can read many different ways, but here specifically, very much feeling like you two are, you're going to feel like you're in it together. And that's a wonderful feeling to have in a relationship. Now this Four of Cups is interesting to me because we need to do a little bit of clarifying on it. So I'm going to ask our guidance to step in, our guidance to step in and just talk to us a little bit about this Four of Cups. Just tell us a little bit more about what's going on. Walking away. Yeah. So so it's like when you two are having conflict with each other, it's going to feel like you just don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal with it, but you want this person. You don't want to deal with the conflict, but you want the person. It's not the person that you want to reject, it's the conflict, okay? Conflict can be resolved. The way to resolve it, guidance is telling you, is to appreciation. We already said this. This already came up, that when you two are getting into this little bit of conflict with each other, it's going to be really important that you look at each other and appreciate one another and not focus on the conflict. You have a lot of wands here, and your action card comes up. And so sometimes I'm hearing that when you're having conflict, don't try to talk it all through. Maybe just one of you just say, maybe you have a pact with one another. You say, let's just let this rest for a little while. Let's just walk away from this and be safe in knowing that we love each other and we care for one another. And we're just going to take an hour and then we'll come back in 1 hour. But be very specific as to when you're coming back together, because neither of you wants to feel like abandoned. So, and this person, because they're emotional, this may be one of their triggers, is feeling abandoned. So you don't want to say, okay, let's just leave this alone and walk away from each other. Don't say that. Say, let's give it 1 hour. Let's give it 3 hours. Let's sleep on it. Whatever you two decide on together, but you create some kind of movement, and you go do something. You go do a task. Okay, you could do a task in the house. You can go wash the dishes. It doesn't matter. But guidance is telling me that it's going to be really important that as soon as you two step into these tasks, then both of your minds and your hearts settle and relax. And then when you come back together again, you feel this appreciation for one another again. That's beautiful guidance, group number 1. We might need to do this again. Like, when you're having an argument, what do we do? I like that a lot. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is in the meantime, because this is your future relationship. And so I want to do, what do we do in the meantime? In the meantime, and I love this part of the reading because the meantime can be hard. It can be difficult. Okay, group number 1. Here we go. In the meantime, what is your, not ready yet, sorry. Guidance for in the meantime, while you are waiting for your person. Okay. Woof. Know that this love is coming for you. Look at this card, the loving man. Now, this is male energy. Does not have to be someone who identifies as male. It's loving male energy coming towards you, okay? And they're waiting for you. This person's just waiting patiently. So there's something that's going on. This is not a reading about why this person hasn't come in yet. But this card is letting us know that this person's just waiting patiently with love, with a bouquet of flowers, roses for you, romance, sun shining on him. It's pretty good, okay? So in the meantime, just trust that this person's waiting for you just as much as you're waiting for them. Love that. Oh my gosh, group number 1, true love. Now, this true love card sometimes can mean love for yourself. So in the meantime, make sure you're loving yourself. Make sure, now I'm getting some, I love this whenever we're thinking about waiting for our person to come in. So do the things to take care of yourself as if this person's entered your life. So, when you have a new date, right? Or a first date, you maybe work out a little bit, maybe you give yourself a facial, maybe you watch what you eat a little bit better, or I don't know, you go get a manicure, pedicure, whatever you do those things now, because that's going to help to draw your person in, okay? Now, so do those things to glam yourself up a little bit, do a little bit of glow up for yourself. But it's also the dual message for you here, group 1, is that this is going to be a true love for you. Look at this match for you. Look at this. I love it. Okay. I get excited. You all know I love love so much. Okay. So there we go. Group number 1. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about your next relationship. And if this did not feel like aligned, you can always check out one of the other groups. And when this person comes in, let us know here in our community. We love hearing from each other, and I often am picking up things from you all energetically, and so it's great to know that you all are here and tuning in to your highest good. Okay, so I will see you all soon. Take care. Hello, group number 2. Okay, so this is your singles reading, but it's your singles reading looking at your future relationship. I'm excited about this reading. I enjoy doing this one. Okay. And it's so that you can look forward to it. You're doing your work, you're being patient, you're working on yourself, you are getting yourself into the right vibration for your next relationship. Let's see what it looks like. We have 3 rows. And we also have your angel numbers. Okay, so we'll read this for group number 2. We'll read this for you and when we are ready. But we have 3 rows. The first row is a description of your person. Your second row is how they see you, how they will see you. And our third row will be a description of the relationship. What's the relationship like? Okay, so let's take a look at what your angel numbers are. So we're going to discard the 2, and then you have 81. All right, 81. So that is your angelic number. If you're new to the channel, for our angel numbers, I do go to the angel numbers book. But 81 could be a significance to you too. And so if it is, take it. If August 1st or January 8th or 81 has some type of significance to you, if it's a number you've seen before, 81 or 18 or 81, 18, anything like that, take it. Okay. The more you stay positive about money, the greater your financial flow will be. Okay, so there might be an element of increased finances with this relationship. Let's take a look. So first row is a description of your person. Okay, we have 9 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 3, the Star, Page of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Okay. Group number 2. Okay, so group number 2, I'm feeling like this person comes from a rather stable home life, that they are someone who is, they're used to a home life. I know that sounds a little bit strange, but that's what I'm hearing. They're used to having a home life. They're used to their lives revolving around their homes. And so they're not a person, even though they're not necessarily homebodies, but they see the home and family as being really where they feel most comfortable, where they feel most safe. Okay, that's a really nice feeling for this person. um it feels like this person has been going through a little bit of turmoil in their life. And what's nice about your person is that they're kind of hitting the reset button. Okay, so they are in touch with their feelings, they're in touch with their emotions, and they're looking for, you know, how they want to move forward with being more balanced and being more careful in their life. They are looking at everything in their life. So this person's they're in some transition group number 2, okay? But again, it feels like the kind of transition that's needed for their life. And they're in it in the day-to-day. This is not like a spiritual transformation. This is them looking at their life, and whether it is their career, their job, their activities that they do in their life, and saying that they want to do something different. They want a much more rich life. And they could be trying some things out. They could be trying out a new side business. They could be doing a new weight loss regimen. They could have taken up a new hobby, a new sport. They're looking for the things that make them feel much more fulfilled, that make them feel that they got off track somewhere, and they're trying to get themselves back on track. Okay, so your person, and depending on what you need, your person is an open person. They are aware of what they want to change in their life, and they are really working hard to make these changes. It's really nice because you can't bury our heads in the sand, although sometimes for a little bit it might be okay. This is a person who I am feeling some type of outdoor sports that they like to do. Maybe they play soccer, I'm seeing soccer for some reason. I say some reason. I'm seeing soccer. Some of them play soccer. Maybe they just like playing touch football, or they're doing something outdoors. Okay, their sport. Let's see what else about your person that we are reading here. This is a caring person. They have a caring personality. So they want to care for you. They want to take care of you. They want to make sure that you feel loved, that you feel secure. They grew up feeling that way. They didn't, this change in their life doesn't come from their childhood, from their home life. This comes from just a natural course of events where you start to just question what you want in your life, and you come to new understandings about what you want in your life. And so that's what this is about for this person. This is not about this person coming from a lot of difficulties in their childhood. So they know what it is to receive love, and they know what it is to give love, and they want to do this for you. And it's very, very sweet, by the way. And it's going to feel sweet to you. You're going to be very receptive of the way that they bring their attentions to you, which is really nice. They're a sweet person. I think it's one of the things you're going to say to them. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Like, you're just going to feel like, oh my goodness, this person is so sweet. All right? Really nice. I'm picking up something else for you, group 1. So just give me just a moment, because there's something about... All right, I'm picking up something, group 1. This person is like, this is really quite an interesting feeling. They do some kind of like, they're like a worker. If they're not a worker, like, when I say, what does that mean, worker? It just feels like there's some kind of like manual labor that they do. Now, maybe they garden, Maybe it's actual manual labor that they do for their job. Maybe they're helping somebody out and, you know, they have to go help them, you know, dig up some dirt to do something. There's something with that. So that may be, if you meet someone and they tell you that they, you know, they're into gardening and they have the whole getup, right? They have their gardening pants and their gardening tools. You're like, I remember from my tarot reading. Or if this person doesn't feel like construction, it feels like they work in the earth somehow. Like they're somehow working with the earth. And again, that could be they're in the middle of helping to build a house and they're digging the foundation, or they're digging the foundation for a pool for this house, something like that. Okay, it's going to be a sign for you. So that's what it is. Whew. Group number 2, I'm telling you, sometimes I get a message coming through and I'm like, what is this message for group number 2? And I have to just work it through. So thank you for bearing with me as I worked it through. That it's going to be a sign for you. This person doing something with the earth, digging into the earth. Now, you may not even catch it at first. You may just say, oh, they're talking to them, and then the light bulb's going to go off in your head. Oh, wait a minute. You're that person, okay? Guidance wants you to know that it's going to be a sign for you. Ooh, I love that, group number 2. I love signs for you. Okay, how do they see you, group number 2? All right. Oof. High Priestess, Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands, Judgment, 10 of... Okay, they're in it. They see you as the person they want to be with in the long term. They don't see this as a temporary relationship. They see it like you two have been brought together. They see this like divine judgment. They see that this was, you know, they somehow called out to you in some way and, you know, you came. It feels like to them that you are what they've been looking for. You have, wow. So they see your warmth, they see your kindness, but it's interesting because I'm not reading you as a fuzzy kind of person, okay? Not that you're not, but I'm reading you as much more equanimical about things, that you're the kind of person that's a little bit more reserved, a little bit more rational. You see yourself as being more rational, more in your mind about things, okay? But they see you as this fountain of love. They see you as this, just this they're very attracted to you. There's a very strong, passionate, intimate attraction towards you, very strong sexual attraction towards you. And they see you as someone to work, that they want to work for, right? And this is an increase for them. So what's so interesting, because in this first row we were getting this feeling that, you know, they're trying to make these changes in their life. So you come into their life and they're like, oh yeah, I need to get everything bumped up to the next level. There was a little bit of that in group number 1's reading also. It's in a slightly different way because they see you as so hardworking that it inspires them even more. So they're already moving in that direction. We saw that before we even turned over row 2. They're already trying to jumpstart their lives in new kinds of ways. But when they meet you, it's like, oof, they put the pedal to the metal, they put their head down and get to it, because this feels like, you know, what's going to, you know, they just feel inspired. They just feel inspired by you. And for them, it brings an end to some of these, I don't want to say sadnesses in their past life, but, you know, they were working through some things. They were working through some things that were difficult for them. And this relationship brings all of that to an end to them, for them. So they see you as like really the light at the end of the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, let's go to the description of your relationship. Oof, you get the Lover's card for a description of your relationship. Ace of Wands. Wow, 6 of Wands. Okay, group number 2. This is a great relationship, okay? It is a relationship where one, there's so many things to say coming in all at once. You're gonna be in a relationship that's supported by your friends and family, that people are going to be rooting for you in this relationship. Your friends are going to like this person, your family's going to like this person, their friends and family are going to like you. Your good fortune is going to be on your side. Things are just going to fall into place for the two of you. This thing, then the next thing. It could be that the two of you decide to move in together, and then you get a dog, or you make decisions together, and each decision just comes through so easily for the two of you. This is not a hard relationship. This is a very easygoing relationship. You inspire one another. We saw this earlier where this person's inspired by you, but you're also going to be inspired by this person. You two, it's a relationship where you feel in union. You recognize that you're each other's person. There's not a lot of this back and forth and not sure and do I want to be with this person? No. You two don't have this. It's you come together and it's like, stars and unicorns and rainbows happening for the two of you. Whew. Wow, that's a lot of energy for you, group number 2. It's really good. And it's something that over time, as you make these decisions for your life, as you put into place what you both want in your life together, that you can watch these things grow. You could get married and have children with each other. You start a business together and you watch that flourish. You're doing things together that build this life that is going to be fulfilling and productive. This is a beautiful relationship that the two of you have together here, group number 2. The possibilities of it, we must say that. The possibilities for this relationship. You have free will. You have free will. You can always do what you want. You can be with the person that you choose. These readings are never designed to override anything that you would choose for yourself. But the possibilities for this relationship are really quite beautiful. Let's see if there's anything else before we go into in the meantime as you're waiting for this person to show up for you. Any other messages for you here about this relationship? Let's look at this Ace of Wands, because I just want to I got a little bit of reading off of it, but there's more here for you. So let's do that before we go to in the meantime. That's the last part of the reading. We do row 1, 2, 3, and then in the meantime. Ace of Wands. There's a lot of, you two do something together. There's something productive about this relationship. There's something, you two make money together, you have a business, children, something productive. Let's see. Yeah, there's something you two are doing in the world that you put out in the world that creates, look at this nice reading for you, man holding a heart. And there's a lot of it. It's abundant. It's good. It's in excess. So maybe it's coming back to this financial that we read at the beginning for your 81. It could be that something when the two of you come together, that there is an increase somehow in finances around your relationship. Maybe it's like gifts from your parents or from your loved ones, or I don't know, but there is something about here about, it feels like money. It feels like somehow the two of you coming together brings in, what is this? Somehow gifts, excess, somehow some money comes in. I don't know if it's just the divine timing, but it's like, it just kind of opens up your lives together. Like now there's extra money and the two of you are able to really do some things that get your life moving in a particular way. It's really nice. It's really very nice. It could be a business, maybe something online. Yeah, maybe you meet online. You might meet online through social media or through a dating app. Yeah, and they see you, and it's kind of like as soon as they see you, they got their eyes on you. Ooh, group number 2, really nice. Okay, group number 2. In the meantime, so you are waiting for this person. Now let's go to your message. You are waiting for this person, And sometimes the waiting, we have to do our work, we have to be patient, we have to trust, we have to have faith, we have to stand in gratitude, right? All these things that we know, you know, group 2. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know. You know, this is a very beautiful community that we have here that's growing. And so I know that you know that. All right. So in the meantime, your message. Oh, wow. Okay, group number 2. This loving man was the exact same card that came out for in the meantime for group 1. And I always say this, and you probably heard me say this, I shuffle after the readings, and then I shuffle again for the reading. So I shuffle to clear, and I shuffle to bring in the message, and that's kind of weird. So this person's waiting for you. They're looking for you. I see that they had to come a little bit of a, they're coming a little bit of a distance to get to you. I feel like this person is traveling and you know, just doing some things in their own life, and so they're traveling their life path. But I also maybe feel like this person is, and that came in group number 1. So there's a little bit of connection between group 1 and group 2. I would say maybe check out group 1, also group 2, okay? But this person may have come from a different country, okay? I'm getting that. And yeah, very much so, that it's very possible that this person, maybe they just come from a different culture, their family comes from a different country, but there's something about, you know, that they're, I'm really weirded out, group 2. These are the same 2 cards. Group 2, I shuffled and cleared, and the same 2 cards came out. All right, group 2. So check out group 1. The loving man and true love. This person coming in, that there's a possibility that this is your true love. Now, your message for this card is a little bit different than group 1. Group 1's message was to kind of work on themselves and, you know, glam up a little bit because they may feel like they need that. But I don't feel that with you, group 2. I do feel that this message coming in here is about you two coming together and loving each other, and both of you feeling this romantic sense of being together, this sense of the how romantic, like you come together in a romantic way, and you both see that it's like, oh, look at this, and it's like, and it comes back to this lovers. There's a lot on this lovers card about the background that's standing out to me, this, you know, this sun shining, and this red of this, the wings of this, of the angel. And so I feel that very strongly for the 2 of you, that you come together in a, it's kind of like the story you tell your grandchildren, right? How you 2 met. It's one of those things. Whew. Group number 2. This is very exciting and really interesting. So your person, where they are now is not where they're going to be, you know, once this relationship comes in. They're in a process, okay? And it's going to fare well for them and for you. All right, group number 2. This does not feel like your group. You could check out one of the others. I recommend checking out group number 1 just because of the, you know, this 2. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm not picking that up, but, you know, it's just not a coincidence. We don't get coincidences like that when we're going from reading to reading. And I wish you all the best as you know, look for your person to come in. And take care. I'll see you soon. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your singles reading. This reading, as you may have heard in the intro, is about looking at your future relationships. So it's all about what's to come for you, and hopefully something for you to feel excited about. I hope so. Okay. So we have your angel numbers. We're going to look at those. We have 3 rows. Okay. And this reading is very different than the normal readings that I do. The first row is a description of your person. What are they like? The second row will be, how do they see you? And the third row will be a description of your relationship, this future relationship. And then we pull some oracle cards to show in the meantime. So what do you do? What's the message for you as you are waiting for your person, okay? Or as you are living your life and preparing for this person, however you choose to look at that. Okay. So let's look at your angel numbers. So your group number 3, we're gonna get rid of this card, and your numbers are 1, 4, 2. Those of you who are new to the channel, I do use the angel numbers book for your angel numbers reading. So let's take a look at number 142. And it says anticipation. Okay. The angels are helping you stay strong, positive, and filled with faith. They know that this situation is working out beautifully, and they want you to know that everything's okay. Now, you may not follow the angels at all, but you can still take the message, all right? And translate angels into whatever guidance you want it to be. The message for you is everything's okay. That's kind of a nice final message, but we'll see what your oracle message is at the end. So your future person, here we go. What are they like? All right, 10 of Swords, King of Cups, woof, King of Swords, 2 of Wands, and Ace of Swords. Okay, group number 3. This person is a go-getter, very much so. They are someone who they know themselves well. They have a very good understanding of themselves. They know what their strengths are. They know how to use those strengths to get what they want in life. This is not a person who runs over people to get what they want. They're just very self-assured. They're confident. They've had success in their life that has helped to lead to this confidence, but they don't rest on their laurels. They're looking for the next thing. They're looking for that next big thing that's going to enliven their life or just bring them a greater sense of achievement, whatever that may be. This is a smart person. This is an intelligent person. This is a person who has common sense. This is a person who knows how to use their intelligence to get what they want, okay? This person could have, be very well educated, and if not well educated yet, they will be in the future, because education is really important to this person. I see that this person might be in the field of education in some way, or they may be getting some advanced degree, some type of doctorate, okay, in a field. I also see that it's possible that this person could have like a master's degree in business, and they lead their own company. This person is someone who, as I said before, they don't rest on their laurels. They look at their achievements and they say, okay, what's next? And they're inspired. They're very actively inspired by their own thinking. So when they come to an idea about something, they go for it. They're not afraid to use their knowledge from their previous successes and bring that forward into their new challenges, their new opportunities. They're always looking for that new opportunity, okay? And they're not manic. They don't do this in a way they're just focused, and they have lots of goals, and they have dreams, and they're an exciting person to be around. People like being around this person. They finish one thing, they start another, and people are like, what's this person doing now? What are they up to now? Because it's kind of exciting to live their lives vicariously through this person. People look at this person and say, how much energy does one person have? This person could have multiple degrees. They could have multiple businesses. And they just seem to do it all. They seem to have energy for it all, which is truly, you look at other people and they're like, I don't know how. I don't know how they do it. Wow, this person is powerful. This is a powerhouse, okay? This is not a small person that you're bringing into your life. This is someone who is on top of their game and knows it, and yet and still can have an appreciation for other things in their life. So they do have this soft spot in their heart for the people that they love. And it's not going to be something that you see firsthand. They don't wear their heart on their sleeve. But if you're someone that they love, they are mush. they're going to have a very soft heart for you. So that may be something that, you know, maybe a little bit difficult for you to see at first, because this person doesn't lead with love. They don't, we'll see how they see about you. We'll see what the reading's going to say, but they're not the type to just fall in love with love. They're doing other things with their life. Okay. So, let's see how they, how they see you, but feel very strongly, very deep and loving nature that they have. This is good. I like it. I like that feeling quite a bit. I like so much this, that they learn from their past experiences, both good and bad, and they bring this forward. I know I said that, but their guidance is telling me to say it again, because these are learning individuals. They learn. They love to learn. And I felt it before with the education piece and being educated. They love to learn. And this is just who they are. They're not just getting a degree because of a certain position or because their parents told them to, or I don't know. They love to learn. And so this is how they lead their lives, okay? So this is something that if it's not important to you, I don't get that sense from you at all. My sense from you, group 3, is that you are accomplished individuals. And if you are not accomplished in the way that you want to be yet, you're going to be. And so this is a very good match, okay? Let's see. How do they see you? Let's go to that. Ooh, Knight of Swords, the Sun. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Page of Swords. Okay, they see you as their match. They see you as, first of all, you balance them in some ways. They love that you are accomplished, or that you're on the road to accomplishing things. Okay, they need that. And I felt that before, and I didn't want to say that because in case that's not quite you, I didn't want you to feel, you know, put off by that. But, you know, guidance is letting me know that it's really important that they feel like you're on your game too. This person's really not interested in kind of leveling this other person up and getting them to on the same path that they're on. They want someone that's on their path of like leading their best lives, accomplishing their goals, going for it, being out in the world in particular ways. They want a partner, a life partner who can walk this path with them. And they see you as this person. But not only do they see you as the kind of person to walk this path with them, they also see you as this person who on their own is their own unique individual. That you are someone with your own special talents. You know, you're not in competition with one another. They can just look at you and appreciate you. They just look at you and they just think, wow, this person's really got it all going on. And they're so excited by that. They're so excited just to you're unique. You're not an everyday kind of person, group 3, okay? They see it, they like it, they're on board with it. And they want to, they see it as like, even though you've accomplished and they've accomplished, they're so glad that you're the type of person, they see you as the type of person who they can start these new things with, okay? That you're going to be starting, they see you starting new things, they're doing their things, and this makes them feel like you're both just out there kind of like in this really smart way. They're very smart. I'm going to let you know right now, it's going to be a lot of wordsmithing, a lot of debating between the two of you. They love to talk. They love to I'm getting a strong sense of they will debate you a lot. Okay, so but they're debating because they enjoy talking to you, not because they're trying to, you know, win something, get over on you or something like that. They just love engaging with you in this way. All right, I'm gonna pull, I'm getting a message around the 6 of Wands, and so I'm going to pull an energy card for this for you. They see you, yeah, they see you as, but there's something else. They see you as successful and accomplished, but they also, they see that you have people around you. That's attractive to them. that maybe you in your profession, you work with other people and you lead them in a particular way. They see people looking at you, and they admire that. Thank you for that message, guidance. Thank you. So whatever you're doing where people are involved, these people are looking at you in a very uplifting way. They see you as inspirational. They see you as a leader. They see you as someone who they trust. This is very attractive to your person. They love that people see you this way. Okay, so they see you in a particular way, but it's in some ways important. I don't know why, but I have to say it's important to them that others see you in this way. I don't know why. Maybe it's their ego, but they guidance, wanted me to say that they see this about you. Okay. They also, for some of you, they may see you as the person that eventually that they would want to have children with. Okay, and that's for some of you. It doesn't feel like it's immediate. It feels like it might not be immediate. All right, row 3 is, what does the relationship look like? What does the relationship between the two of you look like? And we already are getting some of that. I knew this was going to happen with there's going to be a lot of intermingling by the time we get done with this reading, group number 3. I was feeling that as I was shuffling. All right, let's see what is happening for you here. My cards are going all different directions, right? With pulling them. All right, we have 8 of Wands. Yep, makes sense. 7 of Wands. We have the Devil, 15. We have the 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and 11 Justice. Okay, yeah. So we already felt like that this person there's a possibility for this to come into possibly a long-term partnership, marriage, some type of civil union, something where the two of you are legally brought together. Now, what's interesting is that I'm not getting so much of like the religious piece of that. It's more, I said civil union for a reason. I've never said that before. There's something about the two of you just like saying to each other, you two have a little bit of a different understanding about, how you're translating marriage or whatever it may be, okay? But you're in agreement with it. Your relationship, there's just you two have a successful relationship. There's a lot in your relationship because this person has so much going on and you're accomplished. You're also well versed in a number of different things, but their guidance is telling me that some of these things are going to be growing and developing for the two of you. So you're not done, and they're not done, and together these new things are going to start to crop up, and they're going to be successful for the two of you. So when I say there's success in the relationship, it's not about the relationship being successful. It's like you two are going to be having successes while you're in this relationship. Yes, very much so. You two are very hard workers, both of you. This is not, no one's giving either of you anything. You just are these kind of people that are just go-getters and making things happen in your life. And that's going to continue in this relationship. There is a very strong attraction between the two of you. Oh, it's like you two have a very rich, intimate life. I'm going to say it like that. There you have some non-traditional ways of looking at what happens behind closed doors, and you're in agreement about it, and it's group 3. I need to do extended readings. Group 3, it is, let's just say that this person is going to keep up with you, okay? And you're going to be able to keep up with them, and it's going to be exciting and new, and just, there's going to be like this adventurous side of it, but it's very, very sensual. There's a very sensual side to your relationship, and I'm not talking about roses and candles. I'm talking about a very physical, intimate relationship. Oh, okay. more about your relationship. Let's move on. Some of you are like, no, don't move on. Stay right there. I have to move on. Group 3. Okay, you two give to your community. You're both charitable. So because you are profitable in your businesses and your accomplishments, you do find ways to give to others and to share some of that success with others. Maybe financial, maybe your time. It may be just, I'm seeing church oriented, but I don't see, maybe one of you is into the church and the other's not, but both of you aren't into the church. There's something about that piece. But anyway, you're both charitable people. You both like giving to people. You like sharing your time with other people. And it's so easy for you to do it. Because you're both superstars. You're superstars, by the way, just so you know. If you don't know that, you should just wake up every morning and say, I'm a superstar, because you are. That's the feeling I get for you, group 3. This person is as well, and so it's almost no skin off your nose just to give a little money, give a little time, give a little effort towards something. Someone wants you to volunteer for something, you guys do it, you enjoy doing it. Maybe you do like a run for charity, and you both love running, and it's, you do it and it helps others, and you enjoy it. And so this is something that you two can do together. It's something you do separately. I do feel that you're going to be doing a few of these things together. I do see, I don't know, maybe something related to running in this marathon. It may not even be marathon runners yet, but you could get into that together. Oof, group 3, you were nice. All right, so this relationship is going to be one where you two are, wow, I see long-term relationship. I see future, way in the future. I know I just said that, but I'm just following what guidance is showing me. It's possible that this is going to be their relationship that you two will be in for the rest of your lives. You have a sense of just looking into the future together and imagining and dreaming. You two lay in bed together and you just dream about all the things that you want to do, and this person just loves so much that you do this with them. It's, and your excitement about it, and your sense of wanting to do it, like your sense of excitement about these things. And it's just so attractive to them. And you feel safe knowing that you have this person that has your back as you go about your life and you do these things. This person's going to support you. They're going to be there for you. They're going to make sure that things are going well for you. Sometimes they're going to want to fight for you. Like if there's a dispute that you have with, I don't know, you could have a dispute with one of your clients, one of your customers. This person, maybe they are in the legal field. Maybe that's their area of education where they're educated. They have a law degree. They might want to fight for you with that. But they want to make sure that people treat you right, and that if they can do anything to help bring balance to that, they will. They will not hesitate to be on your side and to support you. Oof, group 3. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for you. For those of you who made it who felt called to this reading, and you get this reading, it's the joy that I feel at the thought of you, group 3, hearing this reading, seeing this reading, is so gratifying to me. You have no idea, because feeling a relationship like this just makes me feel like, yes, this is it. This is amazing, and you're amazing. And yeah, okay, group 3, you're special. Okay, so you're, in the meantime, and happy success. Keep reminding yourself of the successes that you have, because you are a goal-oriented person. Sometimes goal-oriented people move on to the next goal without really appreciating what they've accomplished. This is a reminder from guidance to make sure that you are reveling in your accomplishments. Okay, you may feel like you don't deserve to do that, but you accomplished whatever it is that you did. And look at this. And Angels of Four Directions. Look at the similarity in these two cards. Look at the Look at the acknowledgement of the divine in your life, and this person reaching out their arms to receive all that is theirs. This is feelings of gratitude, inspiration, joy, love, connection. Feel this all, and this is going to do nothing but draw on your person. These are the feelings that your person is in the exact same place. This is their experience as well. You're drawing in someone very similar to you. This doesn't feel like a reading of opposites attracts. This feels like two very similar personalities come together, and it just being a very joyful, inspiring time. You know, even though, now what's interesting, I just said joyful. You two are just so focused. You're very work oriented that you don't often focus on joy, but you have joy. You just have a different way of expressing it. You express it by doing all these things, by going for the next accomplishment, by putting yourselves out there. That's joyful to the two of you. And you're both very similar in that respect. Whew. Group number 3, I loved this reading. I enjoyed being in this reading with you. If this does not feel like your reading, please feel free to check out one of the other groups. And as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to being with you again. Take care.